So let's continue. And we're on chapter 4, laws of Tzedakah and Maaser. And now it's a huge chapter. Oh, we're almost finished, but the topic is how to fulfill mitzvah of Tzedakah. So if somebody found, we're on page 46, and we start with J. Indigent does not want to accept, right? One who gives money to indigent, but he does not want to accept it, has not fulfilled the mitzvah of tzedakah, right? And that's one of the reasons, as we said, that why we don't say the blessing on the mitzvah of tzedakah. On all other mitzvahs we do say blessing. Right, so one of the explanation: what if person is not going to accept it, right? Or he's going to misuse it, and it's going to be to your detriment, right? He's going to gamble with this money. He's going to buy drugs with this money, right? So possible. Or K, next one: if indigent will not recite Berachah on food. We have previously learned that one can fulfill the mitzvah of tzedakah by giving indigent what he lacks, including this is food or drink, right? So in olden days, like right in Europe, for example, there were no stores. I mean the stores, but go buy from the store and go try to prepare the food. So it was not like today packaged food or something, right? So ready food. It was a very different time. So with proper, somebody knocks at your door. He wants to eat. He does. Maybe sometimes he wants money too, but most likely he wants to eat. He's hungry. So you would give him food, right? Of course, there is tzedakah with food. Some people somehow, like I had this question many times, they think that tzedakah only is with money. Absolutely not. Right? So whatever he lacks sewing machine, and because he's a tailor and his machine broke, so you give him you give him even your used one. So it's also tzedakah, 100%. Okay. One is even permitted to give food and drink despite not being sure. Safek, right? If the person will make the bracha on the food. However, if one knows for certain, vadai, that the indigent will not make the bracha on the food, one is forbidden to give them the food. Okay, before we continue. So Shulchan Aruch said you're not allowed to put a stumbling block in front of the blind, right? I mean, it's a general statement, right? It's from the Torah. And one of the examples would be to give somebody food and he's not going to make the blessing, right? So, for example, somebody is sponsoring a party. Hanukkah is coming, Hanukkah party, some like this Hanukkah party, they wait for the whole year, right, looking forward, and they would sponsor, give a lot of money, come all of these people who do not absorb or semi-absorb or whatever they absorb what they want, right, and they would not make a blessing on the food, right, and donuts is not such an easy thing, right, so according to many opinions of our Shulchan Aruch, so you're not allowed to eat donuts just like that, just as a mizoinus. Absolutely not. You have to eat them during the bread meal, right? So and all other things. Okay. So and you sponsored not you. Somebody sponsored this party, right? Because this clown said it's a big mitzvah, right? And come people and they do not say blessing. Because of who? Because of you, right? So it says absolutely not. So if it's a fact. So, for example, there is somebody, so you give that person siddur, you put even a bookmark where all of the blessing are, so they come to your house, they eat with you, they know the blessing, and if they do not remember, they can find that the siddur, it is there, and that they know, like they heard from you many times in your house, stuff like that. So like it is a fact, it is a doubt. Maybe they're going to say the blessing, maybe not. So in this case, you're allowed to give them food, right? But if you know for sure he's not going to say the blessing, so you're not allowed to give them food. Of course, if person is dying, pikuach nefesh is different. But if person is not dying, no food. right? Or give him money and he's going to buy food because he said, I need money for food. And guess what? He's not going to say the blessing, or she's going to buy not kosher food, right? Are you allowed? Absolutely not. Right? So if you know vadai, right? So for sure, that indigent will not make a bracha on the food. One is forbidden to give him food. Okay. Of course, pikuach nefesh is different, meaning when a person is dying. Nevertheless, there are circumstances where one would be even permitted to give them food, knowing that the bracha will not be recited. Okay. For example, indigent is mentally not well, or he's trying to bring the close to Yiddishkeit. In such a case, should consult a Rav. Okay. But like for example, if you invited people to your house and they're going to eat with you, and you said no, nobody's touching the food until I say blessing. Oh, you have to bless the food. Yeah, I have to bless the food. You answer amen right after I say the blessing, and you can eat. Oh, there is no problem. So you can include anybody in your blessing. Women can include men if needed. So there is no problem. Okay. Right, so some like adults, right? Adults can include adults if needed. So if only women in a party, so one woman can say the blessing if others do not know, for example. It's proper for everybody to say their own blessing, but let's say, right? So the so exception that he gives somebody is not mentally well. I'm not sure why he would give this example, because it says clearly, so 3 categories of people actually exempted from the mitzvahs altogether. Right? So somebody is not mentally well is one of the categories. So even if child is not going to, so the second category is a child. So even the child is not going to make a blessing, so you're still allowed to give him food. Right? Or you're trying to bring somebody to close to Yiddishkeit. So meaning what? Meaning you're trying to do Kiruv. But if you do Kiruv, so try to be a little more aggressive. So just say as we learned in our class Halachas of Brachas, said that there are 2 verses in Torah. One says that Hashem said that the whole world belongs to me. Right? And another verse it says that Hashem created the world and give it to the rule of man. So how sages say? So what is it? Is it belong to Hashem or it belong to man? Who like how should we understand this contradiction? And they explain, until you make the blessing, it belongs to Hashem as everything. But once you say the blessing, once you acknowledge that it actually came from Hashem, it's yours 100%. So there is no contradiction. And when you try to push on this person a little more, right? So and maybe he's not going to say like every time, right? But you would remind him, right? And that's what I do. So I do. Did you say the blessing? Oh, I forgot. Okay, no problem. But you know what blessing to say? Yeah, no. Okay. So sometimes you just ask. Okay. So of course we're not like criticizing, but we just remind nicely, and people after sometimes they do remember. Okay. So of course, in such a case, Rav should be consulted. If you're just going to give them food and say exactly 0, absolutely forbidden. So that's not how you bring people back to Judaism. Okay.